I think fawning, the word fawning, is an actual psychiatric term, or at least an armchair psychiatric term. It's when, we become very, very overly accommodating and people pleasing as a defense. When we don't want to assert ourselves in a way that would make us come across as negative or demanding or worthy of respect. I'm a fawner. Been a fawner all my life. It started with her because of the horrible way she would treat people in public, waitresses, service people, cashiers, my teachers, like any time. My mother would talk to people. She would be rude, demanding, overly critical, difficult. There's one thing to be assertive and firm, and there's another to be just abusive and awful. I remember when we were having the addition put on the house, the dining room that we have. It's a little Cape Cod house. My parents put an addition on. The contractor told my father, keep her away from me or I can't finish this job. She was just horrible to him. Or no, it wasn't the addition. It was the new cabinets, the new kitchen cabinets. And she was just terrible. Don't ask me to give you an example. I don't remember. Sometimes I block these things out. Right, Bender? So I grew up always tap dancing and trying to make up for the way she was behaving, being apologetic, over tipping, or just adequately tipping. My mother didn't believe people deserved 15% or 20% tip. A couple of bucks, that's what they deserved. And I would leave a tip on the table if we went out to eat. And I don't know why I was leaving the tip. Probably because she was embarrassing me by under tipping. And I had to look behind me because one time I saw she took half the tip back off the table. I said, did you just take back half that tip? No. Ma, I saw you. You just took the money off the table. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I dropped. It was the lamest excuse ever. And so after that, I used to make her walk out in front of me. So she couldn't do that. So yeah, I was always running interference between her very bad behavior and then my fawning. Oh, she's so sorry. Just pandering. I don't have my thesaurus here. So one of my life lessons is to learn to be firm and to expect respect, to expect people who are contractors to fulfill what they said they would do. I'm not good at it. And I know God is probably trying to make me good at it by sending me these situations over and over and over. When we were having the basement redone, a lot of shortcuts were made by the contractor is different than the people who show up to do the work. And I'm not good at asserting myself and asserting deadlines. And they even laughed at me one time when I was trying to be firm about, something to do with the door. I'm 58 years old. I'm in the last third of my life. And I know this is one of the personality issues, if you will, that I have to conquer before God will let me die. I'm not saying I want to die. That came out wrong. In other words, in this life, I believe God wants me to learn to find the balance between horrible mother, abusive, and fawning, walk all over me, laugh at me if I ask you to do a thing. So I'm working on that automated YouTube channel. I found people who are wonderful. You go on Upwork and you hire these micro workers who they'll do the voiceover, they'll do the script, they'll do the editing, the thumbnail. I thought I had a nice solid team there. My voice actor, the narrator, oh God, the voice is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. And I send him the script, and he says, oh, I can get to it Friday. I'm on vacation with my family. Oh, okay. Now, I mean, I just hired him, and I'm thinking, and I am busy. You have no idea with my semester and a million things going on. I thought, well, gee, maybe he told me he was going on vacation this week, and I just don't remember. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm busy anyway, and I'm doing grading and a bunch of stuff. So it's Friday. And so I message him like, hey, you're going to get to the script today. And he answers back. He's like, is this how it's supposed to look? I don't know if it's my scriptwriter's fault or mine, but there were like 2 paragraphs randomly at the top of the script that should not have been there. To tell you the truth, I don't remember if I mistakenly did that or if the scriptwriter did. Again, fawning couldn't possibly bother my scriptwriter to say, but I also wanted to get back to narrator guy, like, quickly. And I said, no, just leave those 2 paragraphs off. The first word should be everywhere or every time or whatever the word was. Okay, I'm sitting down to do it now. Yeah, that was 7 hours ago. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, can I have an estimate on when this task will be complete? And now I'm like, why am I reliving this over and over and over again with these freaking people? Because I don't know how to negotiate. I had a plumber once. He installed a super flush toilet for me. Power flush. And I thought he overcharged me, and I didn't say anything. I didn't negotiate. He gives me the price, and I didn't negotiate. I don't know. I'm not good with confrontation. Why didn't I just say, oh, that seems a little high? I know the toilet itself only costs so much. I mean, I know plumbers get a lot of money, but geez. It's one of those regrets till this day. Over COVID, I did a lot of redecorating here in my apartment. I had someone come in. He was painting. I didn't get an estimate. I didn't know how much he was going to charge me. And then he's like, hey, oh, I could do the bathroom for you too. And he started spackling and doing things I didn't want him to. And he was running this dryer. It took him 2 days. When he finally gave me the price, I just burst into tears. It wasn't terrible, the price, but how come I didn't get an estimate? How come I didn't tell him exactly what I wanted? I just feel like I'm bad at life. I mean, I'm good at some things. I'm not beating myself up too hard, but these negotiations, these businessy things, I really need to build up some muscles there. Part of me doesn't want to be anything like my mother, who has been abusively and unreasonably demanding of anyone who has ever done something for her. And part of me has such, I don't know, is it low self-worth? What the hell keeps me from opening my mouth? Is it fear that they'll abandon me? That I won't get someone back to work with me? Like, what's going on? And so every time I hear a ping on my phone, a notification, I think it's the guy answering me. I have my video editor waiting. He thinks he's getting this voiceover in the morning. Yeah, it's 9 p.m. New York City time. Where's my narration? Like, I already had the deadline for a few days ago. If I give dates, it's meaningless. I don't know when you're watching this. And I'm on vacation with my family. Like, oh, okay. Strange that you would take on a job and not mention it. And I'm still not clear if he actually said that I can start Friday. Okay, it's Friday now. Where's the work? It's like crickets. It's like back during my dating days, if you could call it that. Attempting to date. Um, expecting the call, expecting the boyfriend to come home, cooking dinner for us and him never coming home. Even dressing in sexy lingerie one night. I fell asleep on the sofa. I woke up in the morning. I'm like looking for him. Like, oh, did you come in late? He never came home. And I feel like I'm reliving that right now. That's what I feel like is happening to me. That I'm being ghosted and avoided by people who are working for me. So what am I going to do? Well, let me see if he comes through. Here we go again. Let me see. Well, maybe he'll come through. And my script writer, he's another one. Well, tomorrow or Sunday. Like, wait, I thought I gave this to you Wednesday. Another problem is that I have a serious work ethic. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So I can't imagine that other people would not fulfill their word. Like, it'll bother me. I had an email I had to answer from a student. And he actually messaged me. He's like, "Did you get a chance to look at that email?" I'm like, "I am so sorry I didn't get to it." And I did. Like, within a few hours, I did. I felt terrible that somebody was waiting for me. That never happens. I just get back to people. Could you write a recommendation for me? Yes, and I'll give them a day, and then on that day, I will produce the recommendation. I mean, is this the price? Like, because I was nice and I kind of was, warm in my communication, and so people think they could take advantage of me? Or so now I have to assert myself, which I hate doing, but I know this is what God wants me to do, and say, for this next one, I need a turnaround of 2 days. Can you turn it around in 2 days before I fund this next task? Because you put the money in escrow. If they don't do it, you don't have to pay them. But it's kind of a contract, it's an agreement. So I'm going to have to say, can this be completed in 2 days' time? And if not, then we'll have to part ways. I don't want to do these things. And it's not like I'm even talking to them. This is all like email. This is all messaging. Why can't people just do? Why can't people just do what they say they're going to do? And I think this is my trauma response to make excuses for people who don't keep their word, who do subpar work, who keep me waiting. It's fawning. It's my trauma response. And if I can't be on the playground and get my nose bloodied, then I shouldn't be on the playground. So I have to go onto the playground and put my fists up. I get it. I understand. It's about getting stronger and better and actually healing from the learned helplessness. The learned helplessness. I was never permitted to answer back. I would get hit, punished. And I'm still living like that. These people can't hit me or punish me. I really want to get that channel launched, though, so it would be great if people could keep their word. So please wish me luck on asserting myself. These people work for me, and it's unacceptable for people to keep me waiting and to treat me with disrespect.